G'day, how you going everyone? Welcome. Sorry, I'm just gonna move something from the screen. Hopefully I've got it on silent. That would be a good thing to check, wouldn't it? You can hear the dog running around. Yep, I do. Okay, good. I'll just wait for you guys to hop on, and we'll get into the next step of this one. While you're doing that, when you're on, let me know, and I will just make sure that I know that you're here. So this step will also reiterate some of the things that we've already done, and it's just so that you know that you're keeping up to scratch with everything that I've been doing in this project. I can't remember where I saw this. I'll have to find it. And I thought it was a great way to use your charm squares. Hi Yvonne. Hi Lynette. So I will get to that eventually when I can, before I put it up on YouTube, make sure that I give the right people the credit. Hi Debbie, how you going? And Julie and Yvonne, Yvonne and Evelyn. Good afternoon, and Debbie Turnbull as well. Shared, nice. Yes, we'll be share this video, let them know. I've got one that actually needs to, it's going to be a bit of a poop. Hi Rado, you watching today? Hi Denise, can only watch for a few minutes, just going to see my daughter, and I can see any whales. Oh, lovely. Yes, wow, whales are good people. Would you like our whales? Like our nature in Australia. Good afternoon, Helen. Yeah, just wait for a few more people to hop on. So this is the result of last week, and just to give you a heads up on what I've done. So we've done the first block, which was this part here, and this is the second. Okay, the second part of it, the outer one. All right. I'm getting ready for like the third part. I have done a couple more than 3 videos, just so that you guys sort of know what I'm doing. I'm just sort of doing a bit of pressing while I'm waiting. Hi Julie. Julia. G'day Julia, how you going? Hi Terry, Sandy. I forgot to message you that amount. I apologise. I got sidetracked and had a phone call and dog running up the road. It all happened. So I will get to that. I apologise. Slack on a Sunday. I'm getting dinner ready, or on the slow cooker for tonight, because I'm going to do some sewing on the long arm. Yes, it's looking lovely. So this is something, it's quite an easy project, and I think once you get that rhythm going with those half square triangles, you'll get your rhythm going a little bit easier, and your points will sit nicely. And I've got a couple that are out of alignment, but yeah, I don't really care. That's nothing in the whole scheme of things. Life's too big to be worrying about that. Hi Claire and Jenny, how you going? Welcome. So while you guys are just sitting there staring at the pretties, I am casually just ironing some seams open over here. So I'm going to just get a couple of these ready. I didn't have time to do it beforehand, being too busy opening boxes and doing other stuff. Had a day out yesterday, so I lost a whole day, but I had a good time with the family. It was lovely to see everyone again. I hadn't seen my father and mother-in-law for a while, so that was lovely. Is yours made with love? Yes, exactly right, Julia. It's going to be lovely. I think at the end of it, probably, I don't know. I mean, I don't know really what size it's going to be. It's a bit of a guess, a little bit of a mystery. So with this part, you're going to need, I can tell you exactly what you're going to need. Oh my gosh. So you're going to need, for the next step around, you're going to need 4 16.5-inch. So you want to get a pen and paper and write this down. I'll wait until you do. Come on, go and get a pen and paper. Yes, so Julia, this is a really good, I don't know if you've seen the other videos, a good way to do triangles. Most people do avoid triangles. This is done by using the charm square blocks, or squares I should say, 5.5-inch squares. Then we basically, I folded the middle of the squares, so you have a square, fold it in half, put one against the other, and then stitch a 1/4 inch or a small 1/4 inch on either side of that fold line, and that worked really, really well, and they're turning out nice. And I am one for not doing really good points. I'm hopeless as far as points are concerned. I sort of do the now should be right thing. Hence the reason why I avoided them as well. But I saw this and I thought, wow, that's really, really good. And I will give credit to those who deserve it. But I do like this project. I think it's a great one. And I thought that it was something that was a really good way to teach you how to do half square triangles. It's looking good, Michelle. Have you loaded last week's? Oh no, sorry, I haven't. Again, sorry, bad person. No, I haven't, Jenny. I am going to do that. I was actually just sitting here thinking, oh my God, I haven't done that yet. Yes, I am going to do that. I will, I've got to send a message out for Sandy, and then I'm going to do that upload before I do any more, because it's already about 6 or 7, 8 videos I've got to upload. So yeah, need to do that. I'm so excited. I've got the black all stitched down for that quilt, and that quilt is looking amazeballs, by the way. Did I just say that? That was a bit silly of me. And it does look amazing. Very happy with it after my tears and tantrums. So 16.5-inch square you're going to need. Then you're going to need 6 white 4.5-inch squares. Now this will be for each corner, so you times this part, the next part. So you only need 4 16.5-inch squares, these big boogers, for the whole thing. Okay, and then for each corner, so this is going to be times 4, so 6 4s are 24. You're going to need 24 4.5-inch white squares. Don't be sorry, I just thought it was me and technology. No, definitely not. So you're going to need 4 of these. Okay, then 24 of those, so 6 slots for each corner, so put them in a pile of 6. Then you're going to need 4 of those for each corner. So 4 4s are 16. 2, 3, and 4. What have I got there? Then you're going to need, for these ones, which are your colour ones, that might have a bit too much light in it. Might have to change that, we'll see. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 for some reason, but anyway. And then you're going to need 6 of the colour ones, so the ones that are 2 colours, okay? So each corner. I like this design, but I need another project, like a hole in the head. I have projects I need to do first with all the fabric I purchased from you in the last 12 months. Absolutely. Just waiting for the white to come so that I can finish cutting the more squares. Yep, Denise, we're getting that out early this week. Alright, so you'll have those and that and that. I think there's 1 too many there, so you need 6. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I've grabbed the wrong one. So I'll just grab another one. and then you need to trim them back. Okay, so those ones have not been trimmed, and they need to trim back to 4.5-inch squares. I'm only going to do one top row so that you know what I'm doing. Just give this one a bit of a press. Okay. Alrighty, so let's swap out those ones. I did try and avoid them last time because they're a little bit pale. So one, I took it. I do 1, 2, 3. So I need 1, 2, 3. Got one. Yeah. So what else have you guys been up to? The beauty of lives you can save on YouTube or Facebook for later. Yeah, exactly right. That's why I do them, so that you guys can look back over and over again, fast forward through the stuff. You know, you'd be fast forwarding through this if you're watching it again. You didn't want to sit and listen to me yap away. Yeah, you just fast forward, stop, play, pause, whatever you want to do. Take screenshots, yada yada. Alright. That's that one, and then we've got, let's do another one of those. Also, what else is there? I'm using this as a template for a monochromatic quilt using work in colour, but son and girlfriend are in black and white, so it's to be for them. Can't start until the fabric arrives. Yes, definitely. Well, you would have had a lot of fun with that black and white the other day. I've got my coffee there. I might have to move him. Have been with little desert quilts for okay, Debbie. She's still going. I thought she'd finished by now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need one more. And have 6. Okay. Once you get the a bit of mojo on this, you sort of get moving, and all of a sudden it just starts to come together. When I first started, I thought, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I can do this, and nice and easy. And to be honest with you, it is. It's just it can be a little bit fiddly to start with, but once you get used to it, that's that. That's those, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the other corner, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where are you, little darling? 6. So that's 6. Then we've got 1. Missed it was cleaning the house. Alrighty. Yeah, I sort of thought, well, Rod he cooked some snags this morning. I said, don't eat those, they're for tea. So he made sure he left them. 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, beauty. Okay, I'll just give them a quick press. Me too, but it dropped out on me. Oh, bugger. Yes, I just made sure that my internet was on the right setting, because last time I did that and everyone went, it's frozen. As I tried to change over to the right internet, it went bleh. So what I'm actually doing, and you probably can't see because I'm over to the side, is I'm just opening the seams on this one. So I'll do it here in front so you can see what I'm doing. Now let me just move this over. Make sure that's not wet or anything. No, okay. All right, so I've got those and those to do. And I'll just pop them out of the way. Move my iron over to here. Coffee out of the way. So instant reaction is to want to curve it to one side. With this process, I'm opening them up. So I hope you can see this. Just move that up a fraction. So I am just opening, and it's just a light press and then a light press. I'm not stretching, that's true. And you just get your fingers in there, fingernail. Or if you've got one of those purple things, you can use that. Tweezers, just to open it up. Finger press is not quite enough because you need it to be quite crisp so you can find those points later. So that just opens it up. Sometimes you get lucky, like that one's already done. Obviously unpick that at some point. Probably had a little colour in there. There we go. Intrigued will need to start. Intrigued will need to watch later. Yes, exactly. And that's the beauty of it. Is they're recorded, and you can go back and watch live. And if you know, normally at the end of it, you'll know what's sold too. So you can come back in and go, oh, I reckon there might be some of this left, and you've written down the numbers, and you can send a quick message. Like I had a couple of them do the other day, and which is perfect. Love that. And then I get the list, and I go through the list I've got, and I can go, yep, I've got them all, or send a message and say, no, I don't have that one. Okay, so that was number 6, and then I've got 4 of these. I should have. I think I've got more than 4 there. Oh no, yeah, I have 1, 2. Move that one out of the way. Don't need that. And this one. Hi from Alice Springs. Hi Lisa. How you going? 2. Oh, beauty. I've already done that one. It's nice when I've already got some done. Hang on. And that one. And then we've got this one. And then I'll show you how I trim them. So for those who haven't seen the first part, you'll see this. I've done this a couple of times in the video because I think it's quite an important part of it. I don't think it's sort of stressed enough, and how much this will like change the goalposts for points. It's funny because on the back it looks like that's really wonky, but when you turn it over it's actually not. Alright, so that's that. I'll just move this baby out of the way. I've got my 2 corners. Just I'll be out of the way. Now, I have been a good girl, and I have put my customer's rule aside. But right, can't use that. And thought I need to get my own. I'm just trying to get comments too. Reorganise. Yes, I saw that, Claire. Love the colours. Yes, it is, Lisa. This is called I think it's Surf. Hang on, let me just double check. Yep. So the Surf is 40 pieces. They're 5-inch squares, and welcome to the jungle. Yeah. And they're $20 a pack. I have 2 of those. You'd need 2 plus your white. So with this ruler, I can see there's a line here, which is like a goes across. Oh, hang on, that's the wrong one. Where is it? There it is. I want my 45-degree line. That was 30. 45 degree. Okay. If you don't have one of these rulers, like I actually was using. I'll show you what I was using. I loved it. So I'll just take the name tag off. Sorry, don't. So I'm just going to show the girls. So this is what I was using. I have ordered more, and they are on their way, I'm told. So this is a Creative Grids. So it is a 6.5-inch square, and it has the little like stop slip things, so you put them down and it stops it from slipping. Matt's going to slip, but that won't. Whereas this one will slip. So what I did was I had 4.5 inch one of these, and I basically popped it on the corner, and because it was 4.5, it sat perfectly, and I lined up that middle angle line that's on that black line there, that one there, see that black line there? Lined it up on the stitch and trim. So I wanted it 4.5, so I'm going to make sure that as I'm trimming, because this is a 6.5 one, I've got to make sure that I don't cut it the wrong side. So that one there, and then I need to move this down to 4.5 on this side, 4.5 there. That line still needs to be on there, and I'm going to cut this off. It's scary, hey? Now that is a perfect 4.5 inch square, okay? And that you do with every one of them. It takes a few minutes with a proper ruler like this that I said I wasn't going to use because it's Denise's. Sorry, Denise. Well, if the other one's coming before I've got to send yours, I'll give you a brand newie. I'll look after you. All right, so I got that on 4.5, 4.5 there, 4.5 there and there, and run it up there because now I've used it twice. Oops. And that's the next one. See how quick it becomes? So you've got that there, put it on the line, up in the corner. So if you've got a 6.5 one, you can do it with a 6.5 ruler or any, square ruler. You've just got to be aware of where those lines are on your ruler for 4.5. So there's my 4.5, there's my corner, that's there, and I want to cut that off there and there. I missed a little bit here, which I'll just do manually. Alright, I couldn't get my head around that the other day. I had to call Redo. Okay, you could have called me, sweetheart. I would have shown you again. So put your line, the centre line goes from point to point, corner to corner on the stitch line of the square. Line it right up the top there and give that a little bit of a trim. And then turn it all the way around so that the line will always go in one direction because there's only one parallel line that goes across from point to point. And then you get that on your 4.5 there, 4.5 there, 4.5 there. Nice. Hold it down firm. 4.5, yeah. And up we go, and across we go, and we've got a beautiful 4.5 inch square. These ones are all right, I don't need to do those, so it's just these. So that line, you can see how wonky it is, and I didn't even really give it a big, hope you get a discount to these. I put tape on the lines to make it easier. Yeah, or that little arrow, the little arrows that you bought, the sheets of arrows, that'll do it as well. Give you the point, like the 4.5 mark here. So you can see, that could help. Yes, I'll look after Denise. Alright, so that way. The dog's snoring. I'm surprised you can't hear her. Yeah, it's a lot of good ideas the girls have. So something that was completely wobbly, take that all away, and it's a nice point-to-point triangle. Square and a square, or half square triangle, I should say. God, put my teeth back in today, Michelle. So, there, and across, do a flip, to the other corner, and line her on up. If you've done it right, you'll find that there's a 4.5 inch sort of arrow looking thing here, you'll find if you put it on the corner there, it will sit right on that line. Oh, and how I thought it was my husband's stone. Oh yeah, you have the sticky orange. Oh yeah, okay. So I haven't seen that sticky orange one. Is that like a hardware store type thing, Rado, or is it just something I haven't seen yet? So you can sit and do them all at once if you want to, or you could do little bits and pieces at a time. I find if I was to sit here and do them all at once, it would probably fry my brain. Ooh, and a bit of a move, there we go. So I tend to do as I need them. Just breaks up the monotony a little bit. I tell you what, driving 2.5, well, actually it was 3 hours up and 3 hours back to go and see Rod's dad and that. I was buggered yesterday. Absolutely buggered. It's very different in Melbourne at the moment now. I thought it was my husband's one. Yeah, no, I've got that comment. No, it's definitely candy. So, I'm just going to bring that down a little. So what? There we go, next one. And then all of a sudden you've got enough to do, you know, the top corner or whatever. Yeah, no, it's definitely candy. Yeah, no. Hang on. Oh yeah, she's like winding right up. This one's a bit difficult. That one. Alright, so that's that one. So, did everyone write down the pieces that you were going to need for top and bottom and sides? Everyone wrote it down before when I gave the... What are you making with them? Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer, this is going to be the next row for a quilt that I've been doing, the half square triangle, just to help use up some of those charm squares that we all got. Great pricing, fantastic. But if you're not using them, then it's really quite a waste. So I thought, well, everyone's buying these half square triangles, these charm squares and these layer cakes and all that sort of thing, those Aussie cakes and Aussie squares that I've got. I thought I had all these rulers, but no, just one that looks like them, so order me the 6.5 please. Oh, and I put them all back too, I had them all in there. So this now, that's one pile done, so you see how quick that becomes, and the white one will be a lot quicker than the coloured one because you can see the line better. Oops, I must have a little nick in my blade, keeps catching. So 4.5. And I've got a stepdaughter and I met her boyfriend yesterday. He's a lovely fella. It's good to see her. I haven't seen her for ages. I just want to quickly press that open a little bit more. A little bit with that one. Alright. She's 24 now. I don't get to see her very often, so it was nice. Her name's Georgia. Lovely girl. Kind heart. Lovely little soul. She saved Jaden's life when he was a little boy. I was inside and Rod was in the shed and she was playing with Jaden. She would have only been, maybe 8 or 9. And he went, you know, toddlers do, head down, ass up. He was we had a little pondy thing. It had hardly any water in it, but it was enough to drown him. And she was there and grabbed him by the back of the shirt and reefed him up. There you go. And she'd forgotten, she didn't even remember that. So no, you saved his life, there you go. Yeah, Tassie would be, oh, Tassie's lovely. It's very cold, a lot colder than Victoria. It's they say it's very similar to Ireland. Not that I've been to Ireland, but I've heard that. Very similar weather, very similar landscape. How do you all stop your blades from going rusty? I've close to the sea. Oh wow, Jennifer, I've never had my blades go rusty. Maybe a silicone spray. It's safe with fabric. Yeah, never thought of it. I would say probably a silicone-based spray, but you'd have to be careful that it's okay with fabric. Oh, it's not too bad there, Lynette. Yeah, I've been to Tassie 3 times. I love Tassie. I absolutely love Tassie. I've been there 3 times. And I'm looking to go with Craft Alive this year. All things going well. So I might actually get down there. There you go. Anywhere you go in Tassie, I love it because anywhere you go, everything's close. Like there's no, I've got a wonky in this one. I'm gonna have to trim that side again. Nothing's far away from each other. Yeah, that one's got a bit of a wonk on it. I can see it. Hang on. So I'm just gonna trim that corner off. Yeah, so well, that's it. Great can see drinks on the line. I was thinking of getting rice in the bottle and put them in that. Yeah, never had that as an issue, but I change blades regularly. Yes, that is a bit of a thing. If you change your blades regularly enough, maybe that might help. Maybe I don't know how often you're changing them. Jennifer, they might be just. Or it could be the branding. I don't know. What brand are they? I've never known them to do that. Hello, Linda. Still looking. We just know you want to go for a couple of years. Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. So you're going to end up there, are you, Rado? You're going to go live in old Tassie? That's where Mary's going to retire to Tasmania. If she can get herself out of crotches, I suppose. That one again had a bit of a wonk in it when I trimmed it. So just going to tidy up that one line. Nearly there. Love your dragonflies, Rado. They just look gorgeous, don't they? It's on the cards, yep. Gee, you'll be going from, because you've got the heat where you are, don't you? Going from one extreme to the other. It'll take you a while to reclimatise. Multitasking while you trim, thought I'd load the dishwasher. Stab myself sewing is so much safer than housework. Cheap ones always go rusty, the new ones titanium. To stop my pins from rusting, I use magnetic pin bowls to sit them in. That's a good idea. Yep, there you go. Maybe that might be the go-to. Yeah. I like the fact I've actually kept this blade going a little bit longer than I normally would because I've used that sharpener about 3,000, no, not 3,000 times, I exaggerate. Probably about 3 times now. I've given it a bit of a once or twice over and she just comes good. It's getting a little bit of a nick in it now, so I must have hit something with it or dropped it. It gets hot in summer, just very cold in winter. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you've got very similar to weather to Victoria in summer, I would say that. Looking at whenever I look at the news or anything, I always see that your temperatures are sort of very much like us, at dry heat, but winter's a lot colder. Okay, so 4.5, 4.5, and that little one, lining up your centre one. All right, I think I've done them. All right, now. So, and everyone wrote down what they needed for this. Yes, very coastal here, but I live in Tinder Bay oh yeah, cool. You'll be fine. All right, you ready? Just move this out of the way. Skull my coffee. Oh, good, Maria. Good to see you on board. Okay, so I'm just going to move some of this over. And what I'm going to show you is the next step. So, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you've got your coloured ones. So here's where you can go, just mix them around a little. Oops, I don't want that one there. Put that one there like that. That one's a bit the muchness. Oops, stays. I need it to go that way. So make sure that your lines go all that way. Yeah, that one can go there. That one can go there. And that one can go there. That one can go there, maybe there. Well, that's going to go there. Well, I might have to change that to there. Nope, can't go there. Can't go there. That one there. I might have to change them up, but we'll see how that goes. It's two very similar together, but eh. Alright. I love Perth. I was told once you go to Perth you won't go back. Been here for 22 years. Yeah. I tell them in Perth. I missed what I need to write down. Okay, Kerry Lee. So you will need 4 16.5-inch squares in the white or whatever colour you're using for your backing fabric, like the background fabric. Not backing, background. Then you're going to need, for each corner, 16 white squares that are 4.5 inch. There you go, you can see them better now. See them? Okay, so 16 of these, 4.5. Yep, sorry, start again. 6 of these for each corner, so 6 fours are 24. 24 of these all up, okay? 4.5-inch squares. Then you're going to need 4 of these for each corner. That's the white on the colour. 4 fours are 16, last time I checked. And so you're going to need 16 to do the whole outside. Then your colour on colour, you're going to need 24 of these 4.5-inch half square triangles, okay, for the whole lot. So 6 for each corner. Okay, does that help everyone? Got that down? All right, so basically we're going to sew these together this way again. I'm going to grab my pins. I don't have my glasses on, so this is going to be the easy part. So let's go mark on it. This should be right. That one there, I know I'm going to sew on that side. So I always put a pin on the side I'm going to sew. And that one there, even if it's not lined up, just so I know where I'm going to sew. Perfectly gorgeous. That one over there. There. And then this one over here. So that's that side. I didn't do this the other day and I actually sewed the wrong side on. So. All right, then you're going to go from that one to that one. 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 Ow, that got me. Like that. Now, you want to keep these in line, so you've got bottom or top. So you choose whether you want the top on the top or the bottom on the top. So I'm going to go top on top because that makes me happy in my brain. Then I'm going to turn this around in a sec. Just going to move some stuff. That's my second corner, and I'm going to move the camera around so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Coffee in too. No worries. And I've still got them. I've picked them up the exact same way. And I am just going to move that out of the way. Bring that camera a little bit closer. See if I can zoom on in. There we go. Nice. So, grab one side. Obviously, I'm going to chain, well not obviously, I am going to chain piece. So just make sure that the sides are meeting point to point. And start with that one. And as long as you do the same seam you've done the whole way through, a little bit more, then you are laughing. Alrighty. And just stitch off the end of it. Grab the next one. And just line them up. Nice. And just keep stitching. So this is chain stitching. Grab the next one. These are good because you don't really have to worry about any points as of yet. Feed it in and stitch down. And the next one, this has got a straight colour on either side, so again you don't have to worry about a point yet. There, just make sure those top and bottom meet the sides. So then you can cut that off and just trim 2, 3, 4. That's my top there, so I come back from there like that, and that just sits over just where I can keep an eyeball on it and not knock it off the bench. Then you get your next one, and again same deal. And you can sit there and do all 4 corners in one big go. Oops, today's I lost my thread. Been quilting with the Grand. Oh, I did pull that right out, didn't I? You silly woman. think I created a quilting monster. That's what we like to see. Little quilting monsters running around everywhere. That's gorgeous. Good on her. Oops, a days, that was my fault. I did that. All right. I didn't make sure I had enough tail then. I think I got that right. Try again. So that's the side I had the pins in. That's the side I want to stitch on. What have I got there? Did I grab something? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Made a big mistake of taking her to Spotlight with me. It took me nearly 2 hours to get back out. She just loved looking at the fabric. Yeah, it does happen. Yeah, my girl goes into Spotlight or anything, and she ends up with all these threads, no, wools. Yeah, she's got the crocheting bug big time. She's already finished one cow, which was for Adele, and now she's on to some mushrooms. So she's doing some of the mushrooms, just so you all know. She is onto it. Yeah, it does take a while, so it will take a little while. She's doing it in between other things, and she does work elsewhere, not just with me. That was a bit of a big 1/4 inch, but anyway. Yeah. So this time, no need for. So I should have given it a bit more gap. No need for what do they call it? No, just started at 2. Oh, you just started at 2. You just started at 2. We just started at 2. I'm hearing it. So no need to. I probably didn't give it enough room in between, but anyway, we'll just keep them in their order. Pick up the top 1, 2, 3, and 4, and pop that on the left-hand side because I started on the right and I've got the left. Here it is here. There they are. Now you need to press. So let's go over to the iron, or I'll zoom it back out so you can see how I'm going to press. Now, put this one over here and work on my right hand side to start with. I've got the top, so you pick it up, flip it out, open, and press. Nice and gentle, and that goes up the top. Then you get the next one, open it out. Just like that. Open out the seam. Turn it. And I've got no steam in my iron at all. That little iron can take steam. Yeah, so we started at 2. We'll go to about 3, roughly, maybe 10 past. And there. Now this is why we do the open seam. That point there, where that little triangle meets, the colour meets the white, line that out a bit, that point there is going to be where I'm going to join my points for my triangle. So I'll just open that out a little bit better so you can see. So that there on here becomes that little triangle. Alright. On there. And get this one, open out. That's a bit big, these seams, but anyway, should be right. I'll tweak it until it works, not twerk it until it tweaks. What seam are you doing? It looks bigger. Yes, it is. No, it is. A little bit bigger. It should be 1/4 inch, but that's okay. If I need to undo it, I will, but for the demo, it'll be right. Okay, so there's one. Then we got the second one. Now, just go back to that one. So that's the bottom, second, third, and that's the top, right? So we want them back in the order they started at. You could use numbers if you wanted to. Yeah, it's a big 1/4 inch. And then, oops, turn it over. And that one. Pick it up. Yeah, I got a bit carried away, Ratto. They are looking amazing, those dragonflies, aren't they? That's the second one. Take it out. Come on. Come on. Okay. And on. And this one. Definitely bigger than a 1/4 inch. Yes, it is. It would be a fun pattern to make, Ratto. It's gorgeous. There we go. All right, so you've got that. Here's your last one, like that. Grab it, bring them back into order. Okay, 3 and 4. So then what you've got in front of you is these are going to join in. So, oops, let's go down this way. I know what that mark is. It's a bit of dust. Got a bit of dust on it. It's one. Still move it that way. No, so you can see that's going to go next. Then you've got that one, and then you've got that one. All right. So they're now in order. Okay. So I'm going to join them this way. So I've got long strips. You can join them that way, and then join those two together. I'm going to do it this way. Okay. So just keeping in with the system, flip one, pin that side. That's your bottom one. Flip one, pin that side. That's the side I want to do. There. Itchy nose. Flip one, pin there. Just so I know that's the side I'm going to stitch together. Tears and tiaras if you stitch the wrong one. And that's the side I'm going to do. Alright. So that is now my top again. That one there. So put that there. Back over here. Just move my iron. And the beauty of this one, I don't need to worry about any seams or points as such. So, and I'll just try and do a little bit smaller 1/4 inch. That was a bit big there before, wasn't it? Rather crazy looking 1/4 inch. So just line up that seam. I'm going to get a tool that you can get with this machine that has like you just sit it in here and these little screwdrivers, and it gives you the seam like it against there. And then feed that one in there. I'll get that when I go to Bendigo. Yep. Down again. No seams to worry about, points to worry about yet. And there. I hope I've got them in the right order. I didn't quite look, but anyway, if I haven't, I'll just unpick little darlings. Just keep getting interrupted about 3 in a row at the moment. Okay. Oh, that's strange because I haven't had anyone else got that at all, having interruptions in the video, because I did change my video to make sure that it was on the right setting, internet I should say. Alrighty, so again, just trim these apart. 1, 2, 3, 4. Theoretically speaking, we've got number 1. I'll just move that back a bit so you can see more of it. So there's number 1. Now. Then you've got number 2. Nice. Then you got number 3. That should be right. And then number 4. Alright, so that's going to look alright. I'm okay with that. So, yes, but my end, I think, okay. Yes, stops and starts every so often, but not annoying, okay. Okay, yep, a few freezes. Well, that's a bit of a poop, isn't it? I'm going to double check that internet, make sure I've got it on the right one. Yeah, I've got it on the right one. No, it's just the, might be just the weather at the moment these days. Okay, so I'm going to turn that like that, and I'm going to put just a pin on that side. Just like that. Same with this one, just on that side. Just so I don't sew the wrong one. That one like that one like that. Pick up the first one. And let's do something on that. Grab some pins. Now, this is where it gets technical. I'm going to zoom in. See if I can get you guys to see what I'm doing. Here we go. Okay, you've got that little point there. Theoretically, if you didn't do massive big seams like I just did, it would be a 1/4 inch. So then put your pin through that, it's right sides together, and then grab that point there and hang that pin up and give it a bit of a wiggle so the pin's up in the right spot. You can use clips if you want to. It's got a bit of a flashy thing through it. I think it's the actual lights and all the white that does it. And just put a pin on that side like that. If you turn the pin, you push that point, right? You tip that point. So you put one on that side, you put one on the other side just to hold it in place, and then take that out. Don't worry about that. Then you've got these here. Did I not open? I didn't iron it. Yeah, see, silly me. I didn't iron that. Better do a quick iron on that before I do any more. See, silly, silly. Need to iron that. Iron. Press it out so I can see my points. Turn that over. That one there. Yeah, no, I've got black thread in there. It's in the bobbin. Haven't changed it for ages. And that one there. And that one. So looking from the top, you can see that they're going to join nicely. Grab a pin on one side, like that. One on the other. Okay. Same with this little darling. Just going to open that up a little. Press it a bit tight. There we go. It's better. And we're going to join those together like that so that I can see top and bottom talking to each other. Those lines match. And get a pin on one side, holding it tight, firm. You can put one on the other if you want, or you just leave it. And then you can see it's got a little bit of slack there, so I'll work that, I'll make that fit. And then I don't worry about the end, I'll just line it up, and same with the start, I'll just line that up with that as I put it under. So that's the top one done. Then you grab this one. I haven't taken that pin out yet, I'm not going to, I'm too frightened to, in case I pin the wrong side, because I've done that before. All right, so let's pick that one up. And so you just see that there, that is the triangle where it meets. That one there, that's it there. Pop that in there. And just give them a little bit of a wiggle like that. And I'd rather have a little indiscretion in that seam than I would be points out. Not that I'm anally retentive with points, but a lot of people are, and they avoid them because of it. So this sort of helps to get better at it, more to the point. So now I've got them there, I can take that one out. I feel comfortable taking that out. I'll give this another press because I didn't press it before. Lazy. Just open that out. And the reason why I open it out, and it seems to work better, because I have done it where you don't open it out, and the theory is that it's less bulk in those seams in one section. So it helps to reduce that little bit of bulk there. Okay, I don't like those types of days. No, that does not sound good at all. Right, so we find that little point there. You can see that. So that little triangle bit there. Put your needle right in that point. Grab the next one, going through to the back. Oh, thanks, Judy. Oh. Okay, so just give that a little bit of a wiggle, just so you get it. Someone told me the other day, was it Kerry Lee? Told me it's a hang, they call a hang pin method. I didn't know they had a name, but anyway, there you go, it does. So that's sort of got a rough bit to it, so I'll get rid of that one. And then the other side, you can pin. If you've got those forked pins, they work really well. So the last one, got that little triangle there, find the point. Mine would be perfect 1/4 inches if I had done the seam right, but yours will be fine, I'm sure. Find that triangle point right through. That's on a bit of an angle, so I'm going to take that out, try to come through straight. That's better. So you see how I came through a bit straighter that time? Yeah, life gets overwhelming, doesn't it, Renato? There's so much stuff to do and out there. So you see I'm going to have a little bit of a, bit of an issue with the seam because I made it a little bit bogue. But anyway, I will deal with that as I go along. And grab one more pin. And pin that on the other side, just to keep that in place. And because it's on a bias, I can give them a bit of a tweak as I pull them along. That I'll straighten up just like that. This end I will do the same before I pop it under. So let's start with the next one to sew. And we're going to sew this second one. This is the second row, the bottom part. Pop that in under there. Lift that up. And move those out of the way. I'm going to need that there. I'm going to need that there. So really only pinning where that, I'm just going to lift it up and move it over fresh, where the points are. And what I'm aiming for, and I'm just going to see if I can get it a little bit better, is I'm aiming to put my needle right there. I don't know if you can see that as I come along. So I'm aiming with my eyeballs right there, all right? And I'm keeping my finger really tight on that point. I'm not moving my finger at all. And as I get really, 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 really close, I'll get that needle right on that point. Oops, press the wrong button. And then leave the needle in the down position and then move to the next one. Just stitch right along. Just moving right along. And just come a little bit closer. Hold your finger tight there. That was my tummy, if you heard that. Doing a gurgler. And and right in that point before I take the second pin out, and wiggle along, aiming for that one. Oops, I did it again. And as I get closer to that pin, take it out, and out of there. And before I finish that, and that's going to be short because of that big seam, but I'll just do a scant seam on the next bit and cut that off. Okay, that's your bottom one. We're going to do the top one. All right, so line up that one there, and we're going to pop that. There we go, perfect. And big seam there, but we're going to just deal with it as we go. As you get a little bit closer to that needle, then take it out. You could use the needle just to hold it, so you don't have to put your fingers under there. Get that sewing machine needle right in that point. Okay, oops, keep pressing that thing. As you come out of it, take that pin out, and just make sure the seams are nice and flat. It's going to be a little bit bigger because I've got because I've come across there a bit, but that's all right. I sort that out later. And this last bit, just line up and run it in all the way down the end. Okay, so that's the top one. So you open her out. I'm going to just zoom that back out. There we go. Okay, so you've got the top one there, and then you've got this one, and they're going to line up like that. Nice, just nice, different, unusual. So just move that back a bit so you can see. There you go. All right, so we get the iron this time, Michelle, and back. Top one on top. Grab that. Grab your top one. All right. Just get your fingers. I don't know if you can see. Yes, you can. All right, and I'm just gonna open it up a little bit so when I get the iron, I'm not forcing it with the iron and stretching. You don't want to stretch. The idea with this is less pushing and shoving with the iron, the better. I haven't had any major issues. A little bit of a pinch there. Blind man will love to see it. Yeah. Do I bother with it? Don't I? Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. Tiny pinch. So this one here, open that up. And just open out. Let's see how these points went, hey? So yeah, so if you're trying to pull along and try and iron it as such, like rather than pressing, you're going to really pull those like the bias edges out, like, because it still will stretch out. If I was to grab that and pull and stuff, it will really stretch still, even with a seam in it. So the best bet is not to. Not bad at all. So you can give her a little bit more of a press now. And then you've got, oops, today's that way. I don't know whether I'd worry about that. I reckon I could quilt that into that. Blind man would really love to see that. So all my points are looking pretty damn bloody good, I'd say. Oh, I reckon that looks all right. Eh? Not bad for a beginner. So grab that, flip her over, and put your pin straight in that seam. Doesn't matter if it's not in the right spot, because you don't want to sew this edge. You want to sew that edge. All right. Then, again, do the same thing. Get those pins. And we're going to put in that point. In that point there. Yeah, a bit crooked. No, crook it again, Michelle. Michelle. Out. Get it. There we go. And get that pin sitting straight up and down, like up, 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 down. Then pin on either side, securing it in place. So you want that pin up and down. Come here, little pins, darlings. You could use clips if you want to. I did the other day. They worked just fine as well. And then one on the other side. Yeah. Oh, another cranky pin. What's going on with these pins today? There we go. Alright. Take that one out. Grab that. Put it through that little point. And then the next one. Do a tweak. Get a pin. There. And this one we just want to join. And that's it. Take it back to the machine. Now, have you got any questions at all so far? So again, I am going right up to that needle. You can see, and I get that one out. Put my needle right there. And come in, stop, take that one out, and just pull that like that so that it pulls that nice, but I'm not like full on tugging on it as such. I'm just tweaking it a little just so that that's a straight seam, which I didn't do before, and that's how I got that little pince. And I'm going to go on to the next. And line that up. Okay, so everyone's still with me, following? So I've turned that over, there it is there, that's it, okay? And I'm going to press that open. You can see that that's beautiful, nice, different, unusual. And we can literally press that open. And yeah. 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 Turn it. Seal the deal. And she is ready. Nice. So you'll have one like that, and then the other one will be like that, and that creates, remember that point I said? Point there? Yeah. The layer cake's only that colour. Oh, no, they were charm squares, these ones. Thanks, Maria. Very nice, yes. So then what you would do, you'd make another one like that, reverse, and join them together. So you'll have two joined together in one big piece. And then this big triangle, which I'll move this all around here so you can see what I'm talking about. So you'll have that like that. Just move a bit out so you can see a bit more. I'll zoom out. I got it out as far as it'll go. Yes, I have. All right. So you'll have that on the end, and you'll have this one on this side like this. So let's go here. And then you'll have one of those. So when you're thinking about your colours, you might want to just think about that. And you'll have that one there and that one there. And that one will go there. Just turn that a little bit more so you can see a bit more of it. Alright, so then you'll have that one there, and then you'll get these little darlings, and then you'll just start placing them. Now make sure, oh, silly woman, make sure you got them going in the right direction. Don't have them going like that, because that'll look silly. So you've got your angle going on the right. Alright. Put that one there, maybe that one there, and that one there, that one there maybe, and that one there, and that one, nope. Yeah, I've got 3 dark ones. Maybe I do need to put that one there, put that one there, maybe that one can go there. Won't look that bad. So if I just adjust this a little, you'll get oh no, I can't, I've got to go back a little bit so you'll see more of what I'm doing. I'm going to move stuff. There we go. So you can see, whoops days. Like that, or I could have it that way, whichever. Alright, I can also change it to that way. Same meat, different gravy. So I can't put that one there, although I could put it like that. That one, see, if I put it there, it's going to touch that one, but then I could turn it that way. So they don't quite touch. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so that, then you'll have that. So there's your V. Then you've got these big white ones on each side, one on each side, and you join it exact same way. But I will do another video. I'll have this one. Oh, I might not have it done, but I'll do this one again, and then we'll join the 2 blocks together and the sides, and then see if we can make the rest of it. I might see if I can actually get that made to see how much time I had. Okay. Charm what? Sorry. So you got charm squares. And you've got, what are they called? Yeah, it does. It looks really good. And then you've got, what do they call them? Charm squares. And then you've got layer cakes. So if you do layer cakes, it's just massive. They're just big ones. Then if you do the charm squares, then you get your 4.5-inch squares. So Jenny, they're actually, it's quite simple to do. They're not, I don't do anything that's classed as rocket science. I refuse to do that. I didn't do science much at school, and I wasn't good at it. So they aren't difficult. You can see the squaring up with that ruler makes a big difference. And even with a little bit of went a bit overboard with the seam on one of them, it didn't make that much of a difference either, and I'll be able to tweak it a bit so as I go. So yeah, so that'll be, you'll do 2 and then 2 for the bottom, all right, and then 2 for the sides. So 4, 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom. Yeah, so one of this at the top, 1 each on the sides, and 1 at the bottom. Now, this will be on YouTube. Yes, it will. Back again, Denise, how are you? Yeah, so this'll turn out really, really well. So once I get, move that up. Once I get that all joined, I'll see if I can get that done before the next one. And you got that there. And then if I get this baby, so that will go across there, like that. So the edge of this one over here will be on the edge of this one. I don't know if you can see that. I'll just move that a bit more. So the edge of this one will be on the edge of that. So it'll sit like that. Okay? So it'll come in like a big one. So basically we've gone from a small one to a bigger one and then a massive one. So it's like a triangle, well, like a star and a star and a star. Okie doke. Now this will be on tube. Yes, okay, so I've got everyone. What did I not hear? Listening but not hearing. Okay. So yeah. So any questions at all? None. No? Okay, coolies. So thank you again for joining me on a lovely Sunday. It's not too bad weather-wise here, a little bit cool, but not too bad. Could be worse. And I will see you later in the week. And that's all right, Lynette. Thank you, Evelyn. How many of the coloured charm packs for this quilt? So 2 packs will do it. A 3rd pack we can make it a little bit bigger. We can use a border. Okay, so 2 packs will make that up to this stage. And then you need your white or your black or whatever you're going to use as your solid. Thanks, Kira Lee. Thanks, it's looking great. And will all measurements be in YouTube? I'll do my best, Digit. Do my best. So, yeah, so this here, if I don't think I can give it to you. No, it'll read backwards if I do it that way because of the camera. But yeah, so I'll let you know what sizes these are and everything, and we'll get on to the next step. So beauty. Thank you again, Debbie. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, Maria and Judy. Any sales tomorrow night? Tomorrow's Monday night. Yes, there are. Monday night, religiously. We'll do my best to be religious with it. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night. I will try and get through the day tomorrow and get some of this done so that we can do the next step. I'll show you how to join them together and stuff. All right. Thanks, ladies. See you soon. Bye.